If you had asked me a month ago, 2 weeks ago, hell, a week ago, that I'd be spending most of my free time every single day playing around with this thing instead of this thing, these things, I would not have believed you.
Especially considering I am not a skateboarder, I ride one of these.
Yet here I have been every single day, every upload in this vlog, offering an update on my kickflip progress. And if there's one thing that I have learned in these 3 days of this effort, it's that I've likely bitten off more than I can chew, and that I might need to just take a step back and simplify. Simplify back to much more basic maneuvers, such as regular old all. The trick that started this all in the basement 3 videos ago, a shove it. However, what I want to be doing is a pop shove it. And then an actual moving trick that I realized is slightly easier than I would have expected. All of these efforts have added up to make me realize that my back foot is always on the ground while trying to do kickflips, and I am not ollieing nearly enough. And I probably need to work on all this stuff before I really try and do kickflips. But it matters to dream, and dream marginally. Okay, Lewis, slow frame, 120 frames per second, ollie and kickflip attempt, as requested. If you are finding yourself overcome with boredom in this particular time in the world, I highly suggest getting yourself one of these. Even if it's like one of the crappy ones from Walmart or like an Amazon crappy piece of garbage, like $10 skateboard that weighs a ton. Like this thing's old, waterlogged. I don't even remember where I got this. It just so happened to have it. It is an absolute time abolisher. I killed an entire day messing around, going up and down my asphalt driveway, trying to land things over and over and over again. And also watching all sorts of YouTube tutorials that really aren't going to get me anywhere when I don't have the skills to match the advice. Okay, mail time. Big Shimano crankbox from Ryan Clay. I highly understand the irony of opening a box branded as Shimano with how yesterday's Tinker Tuesday production went, and how some people are just calling me out for hating Shimano so much. I don't hate Shimano, I just don't know it as well as I know SRAM. And I would be willing to bet that anyone with any sort of real mechanic experience who works on one thing over the other is also going to have their preference. But the best part about this Shimano box is it has oval cranks in it. Thanks, Ryan. These are going to go on the dirt cheap gravel bike. Oh, seals. And that concludes this iteration of Mail Time. So 2 days ago, I received a message that mentioned in it that the person had been watching the channel since the beginning. Meaning when I first started posting to YouTube. Not when I first started vlogging, but when I first started posting with a camera onto this website. This first video that I ever did was posted October 24th, 2015. It was about the since sold $750 Apollo something hybrid that I converted into my first real cross bike. That video, and probably the next 20 after it, were all shot on an iPhone 5C on this tripod in a small room, smaller than this shed, with a pile of lights towards me so that the background looked as white as possible, because I was trying to emulate what the bike radar and like other cycling YouTube channel backdrops kind of looked like. I shot, edited, and started to upload that video probably upwards of 6 to 7 times over a matter of 5 days. I finally settled on the one that's still there now under the name The Student Cyclist, because I was a university student and I wanted it to seem like I was trying to do everything on a budget. That's 4.5 years ago. That's a long time. And it's funny to look back at old videos like that where I was so nervous about putting them up and leaving them there, where I didn't know what people were gonna think. I didn't know if they were gonna like it. I didn't know if they were good enough. I didn't know if I could present, but I kept producing videos about things that I knew about and things that I believed in, never venturing away from anything reasonably priced, riding anything and everything, and riding everywhere that I can, and hopefully creating a piece of content with each of those things in an entertaining way. And I think finally, based on the numbers, that has really started to catch on because we're very much on an upward trajectory. And I remember a time when I started, when I had like under 100 subscribers, when I would look at channels like Mike's channel, Locked In, or with Russ's with Path Less Pedaled. And I remember thinking to myself after every upload, how if I could even get to half of these channel sizes, I would consider my efforts on YouTube a resounding success. And it's funny to look at that first upload from October 24th, 2015 and compare it to something as recent as yesterday's Tinker Tuesday upload. If you think about it, really all this Poseidon is a more gravel-focused geometry with disc brakes that we're just upgrading all the parts on in a cheap and reasonable way. The backdrop's not even that different either. It's just we look a little more official because we've got the Spintat logo sitting right behind us, all glossy. So yeah, the formula and the message hasn't changed in the last 4.5 years. It's just the way I deliver it and the place that we're doing it, and the bikes have changed. And okay, that's everything for today's vlog. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and go for a bike ride. Also, don't forget to tune in Thursday night with myself, Mike, and Russ doing a live stream on the Path Less Pedaled channel.